everyone, Wes here for Family Gamer TV, and today we're going to be talking about our top 5 things in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is the upcoming exclusive title for the Nintendo Wii U. Now, Captain Toad is very much a puzzle game at heart, and the great thing about it is each of the stages themselves have a great level of replayability. Not only that, but they have a wide array of challenges for you to complete within each of the levels that really spice things up a bit. Now, my son's quite happy going through the levels, just getting to the end and collecting the Power Star, but for someone my age and I guess my skill level, those added extra challenges and the ability to collect a number of gems throughout each level make me really want to finish every aspect of the level, just for completeness sake, I guess. And so those challenges really help, I think, as well from an educational aspect. So children come into the game might initially start just by completing the levels, but then they'll go back and they'll expand their knowledge by trying to do each and every little aspect. And of course, each of these levels wouldn't be quite as interesting if they weren't so varied. Now, with a lot of games, you'll see them broken up into worlds and then stages, and the worlds have a theme and all of the stages fit that theme. Well, with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, each level on its own is kind of like a special event, because they're all so unique. The environments are varied. You get everything from haunted mansions to spooky libraries. There are underwater segments. You've got palaces and temples to explore. There really is just a huge variety of environments. And on top of that, you've got the varied enemies, different power-ups, all sorts of things to keep you coming back. And they all look absolutely great. It's a brilliant game to look at, and that variety just makes every level special. And we mentioned there the power-ups, and these superpowers really do add an extra bit of spice to the levels, an extra bit of fun as well. So if you've played Super Mario 3D World on the Nintendo Wii U, you'll be familiar with the Cherry power-up, and that's back in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. That allows you to clone your character so that you can do multiple things within a level at the same time. You don't control them individually, they all walk in the same direction at the same time, but the levels are constructed in such a way that you can split those characters up and get them to other areas at the same time. It's a really unique and cool power-up, but it's not my favourite. Now, my favourite is what I'm going to coin the Hyper Pickaxe. Now, this is very similar, I guess, to the way Wreck-It Ralph in his film blasts his way through various blocks and stuff. This Hyper Pickaxe gives you a certain limited time to use a fast, super-powered pickaxe to blast away at blocks and collect coins, and it really is so much fun, aided by a very cool piece of music that plays whenever you get it. That can also be used in certain bonus levels as well, along with the cherry, that just give an extra level of fun to the game. Now, there's been a lot of conversation of late in gaming circles about equality in gaming and the roles that both girls and boys play within games, and so it's interesting to see Captain Toad Treasure Tracker take an interesting spin on this. So the game starts with Captain Toad having to save his friend Toadette from an evil bird who has stolen a Power Star, and that takes place through the whole first episode of the game. However, when you finish that first set of levels and you move on to episode 2, the roles are reversed, and Toadette then has to save Toad from the very same villain and collect that Power Star. And I think it's great to show kids especially that girls should be heroes too, and give them the opportunity to play as girls within the game, rescuing the boy for a change. Boys don't have to be heroes all the time, do they? Our final favourite thing in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker are just some of the extra unique levels that you get. We mentioned earlier some of those bonus levels where you can use power-ups to collect coins. Well, those are really, really fun and help break up the puzzle elements, because I think if this game was just purely puzzles from start to finish, it could get a little monotonous. They are really, really fun, but I'm glad these extra kind of bonus levels are in there to spice things up. And on top of that, there are boss fights, and these boss fights are a mean challenge. My 8-year-old son struggled with them and had to rope me in to get through some of them, so you can expect a real tricky time with those fights. But they're not my favourites. No, there are some roller coaster like minecart levels, and these aren't puzzles as such. You take your character, you jump in a minecart that's full of turnips, and then the gamepad moves into first person view, and the minecart progresses down the track, which is kind of akin to a roller coaster, while you're in first person view throwing turnips out at a variety of blocks and enemies and gems within the level. Now, this is a really fun diversion. I love these levels, and you can also switch between first and third person view, so you're not just limited to first person view, but I have to say third person view is a little bit tricky, might take some time to master. But with those levels, the bonus coin grabbing levels, and the boss fights as well, then throw in all the varied environments for all of the puzzle levels, and there's a great package here with lots of variety. I've had a blast with it so far, and I think you will too. So there are top 5 things in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. If you're playing the game, or if you're thinking of playing the game, leave us a comment and let us know what you're thinking about it, whether you're going to get it, and of course, are you interested in the upcoming Amiibo integration for it too? I know we are. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming Captain Toad Treasure Tracker videos, and of course, stay tuned for more from Family Gamer TV.